Okay, as I have told you guys before, this channel is also your channel. I listen to what you guys want, and I put the information out there for a discussion. So first of all, there's going to be a series of these videos. First one today is about Reds starter Luis Castillo, who the Reds are saying, hey guys, he's available if you want him. It's just going to cost you an arm and a leg, literally. They want an arm and a leg, literally. No, but it's going to cost an absolute ton. And before I jump into it, this is not a scouting report video. This is a video giving my opinion of what a trade might look like, and also my opinion of the pitcher. Not really much about who the pitcher is, previous, future projections, things of that nature. Some of it might be that, but this is mainly about a discussion for the page. So we can talk in the comment section. You guys, this great community of the Simonetti source, can talk in the comment section about my opinion, and then of course, your opinion. So, Luis Castillo, starting pitcher on the Cincinnati Reds, absolutely filthy stuff. Really, really good. High 90s fastball. One of the best, if arguably not the best, changeups in all of baseball. And a developing slider. Great stuff. Goes after batters. Walks are a bit high, so he leads the National League in walks. That's the scary part for me, but I'll dive into that very soon. Doesn't give up hits. So he has an ERA under 3. I think he allows, 5.5 hits per 9? That is the best in the National League, and without looking, I would assume that's arguably, or not arguably because they're facts, but probably the best in the American League. So all of baseball, with me not looking, maybe it's wrong, I don't know, but I gotta assume it probably is, as that is absolutely amazing. Strikes out about 11 per 9. Ground ball rate is terrific. So really everything you want to see in a young pitcher, it's there. Besides the bit of the control issues that you hope he could develop into and really get a hold of, and then he'd be absolutely phenomenal. So what would it take? That is the big thing everybody wants to talk about. We know it would cost an absolute ton. For the Yankees, the first thing you think about is, if I trade and it costs all that it's going to cost, is this deal better for us? Do we win this deal? And if not win it, does it bring us closer to a world championship? Well, with a guy like Castillo, it likely does. And it improves you for the future also. I talk a lot about 2019 because I don't care right now about the future. I care about winning the World Series this year. It's what this team has been planning to do for a while. 2019 has always been the year they felt it would really come together. And the plan has really worked well, along with additional moves that probably really weren't in the plans, but they're there. So, looking at where the Yankees are right now, let's talk about what it would cost for Luis Castillo, and then I will get into the part of me talking about if I would do the deal or not. You gotta think very big, so don't come over here saying, wonder if they'll take Jacoby Ellsbury. No, it's not where you go. You gotta hurt yourself. You gotta say to yourself, man, I love these players, but you gotta give them up to get a guy like Castillo. One of the best young starters in all of baseball, folks. It's gonna cost something. So you got to automatically look at the Yankees and go, well, Frazier's in that deal, Florial's in that deal, and Garcia's in that deal. That's a start. That's to have a dialogue. Hey, look, Reds, we're open to these names. What else would it take? Then you could potentially look at a Thairo Estrada, Domingo Acevedo, maybe even Domingo Germán, John Loaiziga, Albert Abreu, Contreras. These are the type of names that you're looking at that would Anthony Siegler. These guys are going to entice a team to say, hey, look, we know this guy is good, but we're also probably not going to win with this guy much longer. So if we move him now and truly rebuild around some of the young guys we already have, and maybe 2021, 2022, we can fly off and really be a team that has a future of contention instead of a team that's still rebuilding. So if you're the Reds on your side, you could get 5 of those guys I mentioned, you really got to consider pulling the trigger and going, look, maybe we very much win this deal. We already know we could potentially get a major league starter out of this deal, Germán, Loaiziga. We already know Clint Frazier is bopping the ball. And in this small ballpark, hell, we'll have a home run hitting outfielder immediately. And maybe even better than that. Maybe he becomes a regular all-star. Then you can add other names in there. There's a lot that the Yankees have that you can add. So look, looking at the deal from that perspective, I got a lot of people telling me, Sim, I'd do that deal, man. I would take it. I would do it. I would give up whatever it takes. I'm not there yet. I am not there yet on Luis Castillo, folks. Let me tell you why. The National League is not the American League. The American League East is a tough division, especially when it comes to guys who take pitches, work counts, things of that nature. His control rate right now concerns me. Now, am I not saying there's a great chance of this kid really getting it under control and getting better? Of course, that is there. But I almost feel like he's a little better version of Domingo Germán right now. And a lot of people are going to hate me saying that. But let's not underrate what Domingo Germán has done this year. Let's also not underrate the improvements we have seen in Domingo Germán when it comes to his command, working out of the stretch, and being able to attack batters and miss bats. Miss bats. Let's not forget any of that. So, is it fair to say, well, I wouldn't get another Domingo Germán type, maybe even better than him? And if you look at projections, probably going to be better than him, depending on how badly he's dominated this year. You would probably say Castillo's a better pitcher now, and that's fair. Am I wrong to say I don't want two of those guys? Hell, everybody wants two of those guys. But if you give all those up, if you give up what it's going to cost, what it will cost. So don't come in this comment saying, well, we'll give up Frazier and Florial and that's it and call it a day. And Loaiziga and that's a deal. Nope, not happening. So if you give up all these guys' costs, you're probably looking at the end of Bumgarner. Maybe. You're probably looking at the end of Ray, of Syndergaard, these other guys that are available. When it is potential, if the Yankees give up all those guys, you could probably get maybe two of those starters. If they really want to push hard for it, you could probably get two of those guys. That is why I am on the fence about making that deal. So I'm going to do a 1 to 10 of the deal that I would personally make. And on this one, folks, I got to say it. I'm a 5. I'm a 5 because I know the cost. And you guys have always known me as a guy who never talks about the cost if it makes all the sense in the world for right now. I just don't think it does. I love the potential of Castillo. I love what he can become and who he can become. I don't think it's the right time for the Yankees to say, here, take them all. Let's hope this guy continues the trend of what he's doing in a tougher league, tougher division, guys who really work counts much better, and see what he does. The walks scare me right now. And again, maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. Hell, I'm wrong every now and then also. Everybody's wrong. We're human. But I think the Yankees need somebody that's been there. Or, if it's not somebody who's been there, two of these guys with potential that can really get you over the top. Work out of the pen in a short series or a long series. And I will get to those guys as we go. The next video will likely be about Noah Syndergaard, as he was second in the polling, then Bumgarner. Then I will go from there with Robbie Ray, Boyd, and those guys. But I'll try to have these videos every day. Again, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about Luis Castillo, the price tag it will cost to get him. And most importantly, is it worth it right now for the 2019 New York Yankees? Again, this has been the Simonetti Source. You guys are the best. Talk to you guys soon. Let's have some dialogue in the comments. Thank you.
I put my life up on replay. Fast life, hard times, do that every day. Pick that bitch up, so I call that hoe astray. In my DNA, put my life up on replay. Cats on that lifeline, I give them 9 lives. Fine with me, I'm down to hurt these folks a few times. My Yankee fitted chain bling, denim jeans, diamond ring. And I hate, I do my thing. Rum and coke, pass my drink. Recognize the real dawn.